Hi, I'm Julia Darty. Um, First of all, I have to say that I never expected to see a job posting like this one. I have felt so alone and um, confused by my neurodivergent status. Um, that I had no idea people were out there other than the internet YouTube community. Um, I just was so pleased to see that somebody has taken the initiative to start to help us figure out how to work through living in a neurotypical world. I'm 54 years old, and at 52, I saw a video on Facebook of a young woman who was just, you know, words popping up on the screen. And just, she was telling my story. And all the time you see videos and stories and hear stories that you relate to, but I'd never been related to in this way, where someone was saying things I had never heard anybody else say. And I was sitting there going, me, that's me, that's me. And then I didn't see very much of it for some time after that. And then this big movement started, and video after video after video. And I learned, about neurodivergent. I also learned more about ADHD in women and in older women. And I started to unpack my identity anew, completely looking at myself with a different lens, and really feeling like I was understanding myself for the first time. It really helped me get rid of the guilt and the shame for, um, I just felt wrong all the time. Nobody in my life was speaking my language. And so my suggestions, my thoughts, my ideas, other than my creative ones, my entrepreneurial ones, but other things, well, like parenting. I do not have any children, but I have some strong opinions on parenting based on getting to know your children, really based on the things that I wish had happened to me. And don't get me wrong, I have great parents, a great family, and great support team, but I always felt like I was speaking a different language. I saw an old video clip of George Carlin, the comedian, and he had mentioned he was going through his regular tirade about the ills of humanity, and he said that he felt like an alien here on Earth. And boy, could I relate to that, because it doesn't seem like any of the systems are set up for my success. And the idea of getting to help people just through my experience and my understanding and my compassion for how that feels would be the greatest thing that I could spend my time doing. I've often thought about starting a YouTube channel, just talking about these things, about the life hacks that I have developed over all of these years that help me get through. But I didn't realize that it was just getting through. And I don't want to just get through anymore. And I would love to help others find those hacks and those systems that work for them. That's one of the things that I find really frustrating and difficult is people going, well, I figured this out, and then you try and apply it to your life. Sometimes that works, but most of the time it doesn't. It's just so individual. And that's why I feel like listening is huge and asking questions is huge as well, because you can lead a person to find their own solutions that do work for them. And just being able to help release the pressure, the everyday neurotypical world pressure. To a lot of us struggle with organization and laundry and completing things and getting things done, and the pressure on the world is give 110%, YOLO, all that kind of stuff, and that never has set well with me. What also does not set well with me is our capitalist system that's driven by money and, well, greed and power. Those things do not motivate me. Helping people has what's always motivated me, and I did find a niche for a time in religion because, well, my specific religion at the time, I no longer participate in anything organized like that, but was Jesus, because he was just so compassionate and so different and so out there and motivated by helping people. And so I thought, like, oh, great, that's it. I'll do that. And even the religious organizations were like, well, no, not really. I mean, yes, but not. You can't live like that. And so that was heartbreaking. Anyway, I'm so, like I said, surprised and so overwhelmingly appreciative of this kind of work that you guys are doing. And I would love to be a part of sharing what I know and how I live, and be an encouragement and a soft place for people to share what they consider are their failures, and for us to discover together that indeed no. I don't like the description of our differences as superpowers necessarily. I just want to be okay being myself. And it would be a great privilege to help other people learn to feel that way about themselves as well. Thanks for listening.